Hi guys, in this video I will explain you the order in which you need to write your query. A lot of times, specifically new beginners, when they start learning SQL, they get very confused about how to use all of these functions together. Let's say we have having, we have where, we have group by, we have order by. How do we know in what order we need to use all of these functions? Now during this video, with a very simple examples and explanations, I will explain you how and in what order you need to use all of these functions. Now let's start. We all know that any query starts with a select star from, and then you have to choose the table, right? If I just choose customers, it will open for me the content of the customers table. But pay attention, guys. Whenever you open any given table, sometimes the tables are small, sometimes the table could be very big. In this case, I have a lot of information here. And just by opening the tables and eyeballing the data inside the table, I cannot get the information that I'm looking for, which means I have to find a way and apply a condition to only display the data that I want to see. Not like this where I see all the rows, but I want to see only a specific row from the table. Now, if I want to apply a condition on a single row or multiple rows at the same time, I have to use SQL where. Now, in this case, I can just type where. And the moment I type where, I have to give a reference on which column I want to apply the condition. For example, now I can apply a condition on the column contact names. And the condition that I want to apply is I want to see all the contact names where the first letter of the contact name starts, let's say, with a certain letters. Now, in this case, I can just say where contact name. I can use like operator, open and close single quotation, open and close single brackets, and I choose the letters. Let's say I can choose letter A, I can choose letter B, I can choose letter, let's say L, letter J, and let's say letter M. And after I go outside of the bracket and I type a module sign, and if I run it, it will show me all the contact names, and the first letter, it is matching with the letters that I have included here. Sometimes, guys, when you apply where condition on a specific value, it gives you the result that you're looking for because you specifically put the condition what exactly you want to see. But in this case, we apply a condition on a multiple rows at the same time because we're saying that show us all the contact name where the contact name starts with letter A, B, L, J, and M. And it generated a lot of result. And even in this case, it is not, sometimes maybe this is the result that you're looking for, but sometimes maybe it is not the result that you're looking for. For example, from this result that I have here, if I scroll to the right, let's say we see that we have this column country, right? Now, this is my customers table. Now I want to find out how many customers I have from each country. Now you see here I have customer ID and I have this column country. I want to find out how many customers I have in each country from this result. Now in this case, I have to use SQL aggregate function. The way I will do it, just type count, and inside this I will just count all my customer ID, and I give it a temporary name as, let's say, number of the customers. Now if I run this code, guys, it will generate this result for me, which is very unclear, right? We don't know what this really means, 37. But if I want to find out this 37 what exactly means, I can just apply one more column here. I can put just comma and put country. Now if I run this code, it will generate for me an error, and I wanted to see this error because I want to explain you what this really means. If you pay attention on this error message at the bottom, guys, it says that I am using aggregate function count here and I'm not using group by. Whenever you have aggregate function on your query, you have to use a group by function in order to get the result. Now in this case, what I need to do, just type group by. And here's another thing that you have to, guys, make a habit. Whenever you type group by, always pay attention on the row of the select, which columns you have here. In this case, I have only one column, country, and I have to type country column here. Another mistake that a lot of people make, let's say if you have here 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, you have to make sure that you need to include the same columns after group by. If you have more columns on your select list but you include only one column here, it will generate an error. That's why always pay attention on the column on the select and see what columns you want to see on the select statement. Put the same columns after group by. The temporary column that I created here, number of the customers, it won't work if I put it after group by. So you have to put always the column which is the original column from the table. Now if I run this query, you see now it is showing me this result. Number of the customers column, which is the temporary column that I have created here, and country. Now from each country is showing me how many customers I have. Brazil, I have 7. Canada, I have 1. Denmark, I have 1, and so on. Now, if you pay attention here, guys, so far we use select, from, where, and group by. Now, sometimes maybe this is exactly what you're looking for, but if you want to apply additional condition on this result, if you want to apply a condition on the result of this line, on the result of the group by, you can use only having. So you have to type having, count, and inside the parenthesis, again, just put customer ID. Let's say from the result of the group by, I want to apply a condition where I want to see only those countries where I have more than 2 customers. Now in this case, I would just say having count. Inside the parentheses, I will count the customer ID, and I just say greater than 2. Now what this really means, guys, is when I run this code, from this result of the group by, it will show me only the countries where I have more than 2 customers. One thing to remember, guys, whenever you have group by on your query and you want to apply additional condition on the result of the group by, always make sure you use having. After you have group by, where won't work here. Where only works before group by. The only reason having were introduced, SQL introduced having function is because where couldn't work with the aggregate functions such as minimum, maximum, sum, count, and average. Now if I run this code, you will see that it is showing us now only the countries where we have more than 2 customers, guys. Now again, the last thing that you want to use in any query, for example, it could be you might have a query that you only have select, from, and where. You don't have group by and having. Then your last option is always, last function is always order by. Why you want to use order by at the end? Because first you want to build the result. First you want to generate the result that you're looking for, and only after that you want to sort it in a certain way. Now in this case, pay attention, guys. You have this column and the numbers over here, 7, 6, 3, are not sorted in the right way. It is not ascending nor descending. Now, if I want to apply a condition here, sort it, what I will do is just say order by number of customers, let's say ascending. Now if I run this code, it will show me the numbers in ascending order, smaller number going towards the highest number. Now if you pay attention here, guys, the order in which you need to use all of these functions together always starts from select, then from, then where, group by, having, and order by. This is again something that a lot of time new beginners, they get very confused. So all you need to do, just write a couple examples, and I hope after watching this video, it is now clear for you. I believe this is it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching my videos. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I have a lot of exciting information to share with you. Thank you, and I will see you in our next video.